G'day everyone, Elliott here from Access Alarms, and I'm just here to show you basically how to use your freshly purchased Bosch 3000 system. We might start with arming and disarming your system. So the basic indicators you can see on your Bosch 3000 is the stay and away indicator. Stay meaning that you're staying in the home or staying in the business, away meaning you're leaving the premises. So what you typically do, I've just left the code as default, and so to arm the system fully, just put in your code 2580 and away. Okay, this is your exit time to leave the building. You've got 60 seconds typically by default to leave and about 20 seconds to come in, but this would be customized by your installer. Okay, so you can hear the long beep, and that is the system fully armed. So when you come in, you can hear this da-da-da, da-da-da. That's giving you your time to come in. I've just opened the front door as you normally would. So to turn the system off, just put in your code 2580 and away again. Okay, and that's turned off. The reason why the 2 was flashing because I activated the motion sensor before I activated the entrance door. So that's how you arm and disarm the system. If you want to arm the system, you can also just push and hold the away button. Okay, that's now armed up. You can arm it just by pushing and hold, or you can put the code in and push away as well. Okay, so if you're staying at home, push and hold the stay button. Okay, that's now telling you that you can see the little picture of the guy inside the house saying that you're welcome to stay inside, and the sensors that have been ignored during stay mode will flash up on the screen. So again, put your code in and turn it off. That's arming, disarming. So when using your Bosch 3000, anytime that you get this little caution symbol with an exclamation mark in it, if you want to identify what that problem is, you can push and hold the 5 key. Okay, now you can see this system's come up with a 1 and a 6. So if you open up the book here to page 18 of the user guide, it will tell you a 1 is a system fault and a 6 is a communication failure. Now I know it's got a communication failure because I haven't hooked up a phone line to this control panel, but we want to see what the system fault is. If I push 1 now, it comes up with a 1, a 2 and an 8. So that comes up with, I've got a battery failure because I haven't connected up a battery to the system, date and time because I haven't set the date and time, and a onboard tamper, which is haven't got the tamper switch closed. If you have any of these concerns, have a quick look. Date and time, I'll show you how to program that in a minute. Follow these here. This helps our technicians immensely if you can let us know prior to us being on site. Okay, I just wanted to let you know how to program the date and time on your Bosch 3000 system. So it's a fairly simple process. It's in the booklet on page 20 if you need to. Master code 2580. Ours is 2580. Yours is probably not that. I hope not. And then go 6 away. Okay, see the 2 little men flashing down the bottom. Once you've done the master code 6 away, it's just day, month, year. So 2109 21 for me. And then it's 2:45 in the afternoon, so 14:45 hash. Okay, and that's it. That's how you program the date and time. Cheers. Adding and deleting pin codes, as well as adding and deleting key fobs. So put in your master code and press 1 away. 2580 is the code that comes out of the box. Obviously yours shouldn't still be like that. If you want to change the master code, it's just code number 1 away, and I'm just going to make it 0852 away, and it drops you out of programming. So now the master code is now 0852 hash 0852 hash. So if you want to add another pin code to the system, go your master code 1 away. Code number 2 is the second one, and away, okay? And then just put in a new code. We're just gonna put in 6543 away. So now 6543 will also allow you to arm and disarm. Okay, so that's adding, to remove a pin code, code 1 away. Go the code number that you want to remove, which is 2. And when the 2's up there, just hit stay. Okay, and that's now gone. So that 6543 will no longer work. So that's adding and removing codes. Don't change code number 1 unless you remember what you're going to change it to, or don't delete code number 1 because that's going to result in a bit of an issue you're going to require us to come back and reprogram it. Now, adding remote controls to the system. It's the same process, but they start at code number 301. So the way you work this out, 0852, and again, 1 away. So the first remote in the system is 301 away. Now, 2 ways you can enter it. You can either just enter the serial number on the back, but I think if you just push hash, it's waiting for all the lights flash and you can just push the lock key. And that's it. Just hit hash again and hash again. So now this remote will work. Lock button, turn the system on. Unlock button, turn the system off. Now I also set up button 4 to click the relay for 2 seconds. So that was to open up the roller door. So if you have a roller door, typically the little sun button there will be the one that you use to open and close your roller door. This button here, these can be configurable by the installer. So it could be whichever way you want it, whichever way it is, but typically this one on the left will the system in partial mode and in like stay mode, and again on and off. Just remember on these remotes too, if you hit lock and unlock at the same time, it will set off duress and all the sirens and everything will go off. It will also notify the control room, or if you've got it back to someone's phone or any of that sort of stuff, it will send through an assistance required. That's if you push and hold the lock and unlock button. If you need to remove a remote from the system, again, put your code in, go 1 away. If I want to remove it, I need to know this is remote 1, so 301, and then just hit stay. And now this remote won't do anything in the system anymore. So this is if you've lost the remote out on the street. That does require you actually knowing what number this remote is. Most systems only have 2 remotes, so you can just go into 301, delete it, 302, delete it, and then re-enroll the remote that you have left as 301. That's typically how we do it. Look forward to speaking to you soon. Cheers.